Today we are going to compare two budget gaming consoles. They have different form factors, but the same specs, operating system and interface. Which one's better? Let's find out. In this video we'll be comparing the R36S and O30S consoles. Which one will come out on top? Watch until the end and leave your thoughts in the comments. But first, a quick reminder, I've already done full reviews of these consoles on my channel, so before you dive into this comparison, check out the links in the description box to learn more about each. Now, let's get started. We'll start by looking at prices on AliExpress. I always choose the most affordable consoles and check reviews to make sure they are not copies and have ArkOS installed. As of the time of recording this video, the R36S is available for about 25 euros with a 128GB SD card, while the O30S goes for 58 euros with a 64GB SD card. That's more than double the price. So, in this first round, the R36S wins. You can find the purchase links for these consoles in the description box. Next, let's talk about what you get in the box. The R36S comes with a charging cable and a screen protector. Meanwhile, the O30S only includes a charging cable and a manual. It's a very basic package, so R36S wins again in this round. These two consoles look completely different. One is vertical and the other is horizontal. Personally, I prefer horizontal consoles because I spend a lot of time playing on the PSP, so it feels more familiar to me. But I know some people love vertical consoles, which are pretty popular. In terms of build materials and buttons, both consoles are very similar. The O30S has a slightly matte finish, while the R36S is glossy and also has an extra function button. So, in terms of design and ergonomics, I'll give a point to each console. Let's take a look at the interfaces. Both devices run on ArkOS, which really boosts performance and opens up a huge game library for both consoles. They also both support Portmaster, giving you access to a large collection of games, including Half-Life and GTA Vice City. If you want to know how to install Portmaster and run these games, check out my videos linked in the description box. Plus, both consoles support Wi-Fi adapters, so you can download game files, covers and firmware updates easily. As you can see, I've customized the theme on both consoles. If you'd like the same theme and want to support my channel, you can buy it through the link in the description box. ArkOS is more flexible, more functional and has a huge community compared to other systems, so both consoles get a point in this round. Now it's time to see how these consoles perform in games, which is what they're made for. For this comparison, we won't focus on retro games running on RetroArch, as you can learn more about those in my full consoles reviews on the channel. I want to see how these consoles handle PSP games with the same emulator settings, as these are some of the most demanding titles. By the way, the emulator is optimized for maximum performance on the both consoles. You can find more details about these settings in this video. And before we continue, please like and subscribe to the channel. And leave a comment. This helps me promote the channel. Also, you can click the bell icon, so you don't miss any new videos. Thank you for your attention. Let's continue. Let's start with Assassin's Creed Bloodlines. It's one of my favorite games in this series. The R36S runs it at a steady 30 FPS, with occasional drops to 19 FPS. The O30S performs similarly with 30 FPS on average and drops to 18 and 24 FPS. It's a demanding game, but both consoles handle it well. Next, GTA Vice City Stories. This is one of the most demanding PSP games, and consoles in this price range usually struggle.
Hector here. You might remember me from the telenovela Red Hot Stepmom, or my my guys on the power of desire. Passion, mi gente. Pasión. Vamos arriba. Let's keep this party going. A bailar con Radio Espantoso.
Tapework, the barks, and from the movie Evacuator, Jack Howitzer with a lacy surprise.
Hi, I'm Jack Howitzer.
On the R36S you get about 20 FPS, with dips as low as 9 FPS and a max of 30 FPS. The O30S shows the same results, so it's a tie here. Now let's look at Metal Slug, a very fast-paced game.
Thank you. Heavy machine gun.
Both consoles run it at a stable 30 FPS, which is great. They handle the action-packed gameplay well, making them perfect for this type of game. Need for Speed Most Wanted for PSP is a classic. Both the R36S and O30S deliver stable 30 FPS, but during intense moments, frame drops happen, going below 10 FPS. That hurts the experience in such a fast-paced game. Next up, Spider-Man 2. Both consoles deliver similar results, around 30 FPS, and gameplay feels smooth on both, so they each get another point. In Tony Hawk's Underground 2 Remix, the FPS fluctuates. During jumps and tricks it can go up to 50 FPS, but after crashes it drops to 15 FPS. These constant drops make it less enjoyable to play. Lastly, TMNT. FPS ranges from 30 to 40, with occasional dips to 20 FPS. It's still comfortable to play, especially since the game itself is very engaging. To wrap it up, these two consoles are basically identical in terms of performance. The O30S is a horizontal clone of the R36S. But what puzzles me is the pricing of the O30S. It's so expensive that for the same price you could get a more modern, powerful and interesting device on AliExpress. The O30S just does not give you the same value for money as the R36S. That's why the R36S is the winner today. It's no wonder people call it the people's console, as it's the top choice for the retro gaming fans. Based on all of this, I wouldn't recommend buying the O30S until it drops in price. What do you think of this comparison? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I wish you pleasant nostalgia and successful completion of your favorite games.